Welcome back, guys. So Randy Waldrum released the Nigerian Super Falcons Olympics team yesterday, and interestingly enough, he left out two veterans of the Nigerian Super Falcons, the likes of Ordega Onome and Francesca Ordega. And if you followed the last video, of course, you know that these two players actually had some sort of rumor circulating over the last couple of days that they were trying to influence their names to be included in the list. Particularly with Francesca Ordega, who, based on the rumor, it was said that two NFL officials whose name were not mentioned tried to get her name in the list. But Gaffer released the list yesterday, and the names of these two players were not included. And for me personally, I think this is really good, because the last thing that the team needs is some sort of drama or controversy as they jet off into France for the Olympics. And leaving out these players obviously helps the team to be, in the right mentality as they go for that competition. And of course, Onome obviously takes this very well, because on her Facebook, she actually posted the list, even though her name was not included, and then she wished them good luck for the tournament. Because this is definitely a mature thing to do from the veteran. She's 41 years old, and she has, been a really good ambassador for the Nigerian Super Falcons, playing in several tournaments and World Cup. I think she's played the World Cup like 6 times, and then she also played in the Olympics back in 2008. And it's been like 16 years since we qualified, for the last Olympics. So obviously she felt gutted not to be traveling with the girls for this one. But again, she has showed some really high level of maturity by wishing these girls good luck. And again, the list includes some youngsters, which, to be honest, are the perfect players that Randy Waldrum had in mind, from the onset. And in the goalkeeping area, we have Chiamaka Nnadozie, then we have Tochukwu Oluwehi. Then for the defenders, we have Osinachi Ohale, Oluwatosin Demehin, Mike Hare, Michelle Alozie, Nicole Pine, Chidinma Okeke. Then for the midfield area, we have the likes of Deborah Abiodun, Halimatu Ayinde, Christy Ucheibe, Jennifer Echegini, Tony Payne. And for the attacking areas, we have the likes of Rashidat Ajibade, Esther Okoronkwo, Asisat Osoala, Uchen Nakanu, Chiwendu Iezuo, Chinonyere McLean. That is standard 18 players mandatory for the Olympics, but then there's the alternative players, which includes four players who can come in case of maybe replacement due to injury. And then Randy Waldrum included the likes of Jumoke Alani, Ifeoma Onomonu, Gift Monday, and Morufa Ademola. So these are the players for the Olympics for Nigerian Super Falcons. And as I updated in the last video, the team is expected to make that trip to Spain this week, to start their preparations as they hold up their camp in Spain. And from the reports, they were supposed to have traveled today evening, and then start their training from the 5th, which is tomorrow, and then hopefully end on the 16th of this month. And they have a friendly, I also mentioned that in the last video, they have a friendly with a very top team from Group A. This time it's been confirmed that it's going to be Canada. Canada is a really strong side. They're also in the Olympics. They are in fact in the Group A, in the Group A category of the Olympics, and they are the current defending champion of the Olympics. Because they won the last one in Tokyo in 2020. So NFF has now organized a friendly with Canada, and from the report, it's going to be played on the 17th. That's immediately their camp ends on the 16th. They're going to play that friendly on the 17th, and then travel to Paris, where they will start the competition properly with their first leg against Brazil on the 25th. All the best to the Falcons as they prepare for this one. And again, a notable exclusion from the list is Ashley Plumter. And unlike the likes of Francesca Ordega and Ordega Onome, Plumter actually had to be omitted from the list because she is still recovering from her injury, which she suffered for a really long time, several months, I think up to 6 months. The talented defender has recovered fully and returned from rehab she is still not fit to start playing competitive games just yet. This is the reason why Randy Waldrum has left her out of the list. But even though she doesn't travel with them, I'm sure she's going to be cheering the girls from her home, as they take part in this competition. But moving forward beyond that, just let me let you know that Coach Peseiro seemed to want to come back to coaching after leaving the Nigerian Super Eagles head coach job almost 5 months. Right now he actually left in February, and since then he had not taken up any roles. But right now he appears to be having some talks, with his agent, with a certain Saudi Pro League football club by the name Al Riyadh, and the report is that he is in line to is the favorite, in fact, to replace the current coach now, who's Ordega Onome. And apparently, Al Riyadh didn't perform really well last season. They finished 14th last season, which is a position that the owners are not really happy with. So for that reason, they are looking at the possibility of changing to a new coach. And Joseph Peseiro has been the person that has now been courted for this role. And because of Peseiro's experience in the Saudi Arabia Pro League, that's why he's actually getting a look in right now. Peseiro has had a previous stint in Saudi Arabia where he actually coached the Saudi Arabia national team. And then aside from that, he also coached Al Hilal in 2006. And with the Saudi Arabia national team, I was in charge with the team for the World Cup 2010 qualifying games. He actually had maybe an average record for the team, winning 12 of his games, drawing 12 and losing 7. But now what it seems like Al Riyadh and their owners are looking to get Peseiro. And the report is that he could be signing a contract with them in the next coming weeks. But let's see how that goes. For the next years, let me let you know that Moffi is set to return to his club side in France, which is OGC Nice. This week, this is the week that they've given him, the ultimatum to return back to his club after the 3 weeks holidays that they initially gave him after the end of the season. And OGC is in a celebratory mood at the moment. They are celebrating a 120 years anniversary of their club, and it seems that they want to cap that off with some sort of celebration, before their preseason. One good positive with OGC Nice, and it's the fact that a certain Victor Orapo Ikechukwu has now been promoted into the OGC Nice first team. Last season, Ikechukwu played for the club's youth team, and he was completely brilliant with the team, actually bagging 14 goals in just 6 months, after arriving from Nigeria on trial. And for that reason, he has now been promoted into the senior team. It's definitely good news because now we get to see 2 Nigerians play together for OGC Nice first team. There's also a good positive news from former Nigerian Super Eagles under-20 striker Tijani Mohammed, who has now joined Plymouth IQ on loan from Slavia Prague. It's actually a season-long loan with an option to buy on a permanent basis. Plymouth IQ is a club that plays in the EFL Championship, and they recently employed Wayne Rooney as their head coach. So this man Tijani is going to be developing under head coach Wayne Rooney, who's in fact the real reason why he had to agree to the deal, because he wanted to play under Wayne Rooney. That's the update, guys. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and share the video. Subscribe to the channel if you've not done so, and stay tuned for more updates.